Hello, welcome to Property Care. My name is Radhakrishnan. So today topic is we are going to discuss about apartment investment. So it's specifically for flat investors. So I'm going to share some idea about before investing, what are all the key things investors should know before investing to the flat. So this is the today topic, and this is very important topic. And we do property management business. We handle a lot of customers about with flat owners who we meet day to day, and we learned a lot of things from that meeting: investors, owners, tenants, sellers. So we have a lot of idea about this property investment specifically for an apartment. Today we are discussing. So my experience is last 10 years, I'm doing the property management, mainly for apartment rentals, sale, by managing those properties on behalf of owners. So mainly my customers are NRIs, they travel abroad and they give property to me. So we manage that end to end. So if they go for 5 years on-site assignment, we take care of that property till they come back. And once they come back, we hand over the property to them. So till that point, whatever property related issues we attend. So that is what our core business. On top of that, there are some owners trying to sell their property. So they contact us. Some investors, they want to buy the property. So they contact us and we help them to investing in the right property so that it gives a higher return on investments. So today, the main focus on the purchasing the flat from an apartment. What are all things we need to take care? So that is the topic which I'm going to discuss. I'll share the screen. So this is the topic. Welcome to Property Care. And so the topic is, what are all the top 10 secrets investors should know before investing in an apartment? It is a flat. Before investing in a flat, what are all things an investor should know? So this is the topic which I'm going to discuss. This is very important because the majority of the buyers I get every day, they invest about 50, 60, 1.2 CR and villas up to 4 to 10 CRs. So villa, I'll talk separately. So today, main idea is to concentrate on the apartment investment. So what are all the 10 investment secrets investors should know? So the first thing is the title. So any investor should want to invest in any of the apartment inside the city. It can be in a Bangalore or any other cities. So main idea is like, what is that title? Is the title clear? So we should be very clear on the title and before making an investment. So first thing is that it's a title is something like clear. Any litigation is there, take a consult with a lawyer, give all the documents, make sure that they approve it before making any investment decision, so that you don't get into any litigation property later, you struggle to come out from that. So better you consult with the lawyer and they suggest, you say you proceed. Make sure that encumbrance certificate, you take it. Make sure that the title is clear and the name is perfect. Any mortgage is there in the DC also, you can find out. And what is the government body they approve? So that the approval body you should be knowing. See, in Bangalore, BBMP they call. So is that government body is approved. So they have given commencement certificate before starting the project, and occupancy certificate called OC is that given, for that apartment community. See, if they're not given, there may be some deviation or some pending dues to the that approval body, so that they are holding the that Kata certificate we call. So they are holding that for some reason. So what is the reason? Say majority of the customer, there may be deviation on the apartment. That's why they don't issue the occupancy certificate. For example, fire safety compliance. If they don't follow certain norms which is defined by the law, and the government will hold that. So these things are very clear. Make sure that this being issued to that particular project. and decide the property. So the second secret is RERA compliance. See, this is real estate regulatory authority. So any projects in the city, majority of the projects, this RERA approval is very much required. See, this is mainly to help the buyers. Say, suppose if any delay in the project, suppose developer is not able to complete that project, and they took some money from you, saying that we complete so and so date or so and so year, they'll complete. For example, some due to some COVID, if they're not able to complete, or they may be delay in the project. So who is the government body can help you to come out? See, you cannot go and fight against the developer. See, the problem is they tried it. Due to some circumstances, they're not able to complete, and they are already in a bankrupt. So they don't help you. So we need to have somebody who is a common authority who is going to help developer as well as the buyer investors. So this is the approval. They have certain laws that developer has to comply. If any delay that, there will be some penalty to the developer so that they will pay to the buyer. So they take care of any legal issues you face, so that RERA will come into picture and help you to resolve the issues between the developer and the buyer. So this is one of the important thing. Any advertisement you can see RERA compliance. So and so is the approval ID. They'll mention it. So you make sure that you see that and invest in that project. So the next you see the developers' credibility. See, there are a lot of developers in the city, and not that all are very good trusted developers. So I suggest you better see the reviews of the developer and how does that particular developer is building that project. What is that earlier projects they made? What is the completion rate? How many are going under construction? How many are already completed? So what is the brand? For example, here Prestige is one of the leading brand, Shobha, Purva, and there are some DLF, Kiran Nandani, SNN. So there are leading project developers, and so we should see those brand and try to select the property. And on top of that, the project for specifically for an apartment, see, this depends on person to person vary. Some people don't want big community. Some people, they want smaller community. See, it is my experience. I am sharing it. So this is the experience which I am telling is, which gives a more return on investment. On that perspective, I am talking in general. So I suggest a community should have at least a minimum 150 to 200 flats. So in that society, we should choose a flat for purchase. So they should have a decent clubhouse with all amenities, kids play area, swimming pool, clubhouse, and tennis court, and football or basketball. So with the amenities, we should have a good walk space should be there, very airy, ventilated, should be provided. Even high rise is no problem. So it is an individual taste. And with respect to floors, so generally our experience seeing a lot of customers who faced the ground floor issues, the lot of customers who faced the upper floor, the topmost floor where they see, a lot of seepages when rain comes. Bottom, you see the lot of plumbing issues like terrific pressure from top floor to the ground floor. So we see a lot of plumbing issues we see. So that is the reason we generally try to recommend to avoid ground plus 2 floors. And top floor, for example, the flat has some 14 floor. So top minus 2-3 floors. So which is 11th floor up to 11th floor is okay. And from 4th floor to 11th floor is the ideal recommended floors to purchase. Say upper floor, even young couples are okay. If you have aged parents, in-laws, so recommended to go for a 6th or 7th floor maximum, so that the aged people, they don't feel uncomfortable when it is a higher floors like 14th floor, 13th floor. Even I have seen up to 35-40 floors in Bangalore. So better go for something around middle range so that aged parents also should not face any inconvenience in living higher. So where you see heavy wind will be continuously coming, so some health issues, so we should take care of such things. So the next secret is location. So the fourth secret is location. So the location is very crucial when we select an apartment. So we should see good amount of appreciation potential. For example, is that corporates are nearby, so that easily can walk down and go to their office work. And how is the rental demand for that particular location? For example, in Bangalore, you see there is a Balandur and Sarjapur Road where IT corridors, a lot of shops, Whitefield area. East Bangalore specifically has a lot of potential on the corporates and rental demands. And similarly, the north to some extent, yes. South also, yes. So this is what we should see when we select an apartment. And is that close to the or any metro or mall or school access? So those aspects also we should see, so that children can reach to school close by. This is what the parents will look at. And job also, it is not always same place. We may need to travel from different places, but children cannot travel not more than 8 to 10 kilometers per day. So this is the idea we should see when we select an apartment. Even for an investment purpose only, even if you don't stay, you should look for how is the rental demand on that location. What is that appreciation potential on the rental every month in that location? So that if you go for some relocation, maybe in Mumbai, Delhi, or even overseas, we should see how is the rental market in that location and try to invest in that. And I have seen few apartments are on the signals, main road, close to the very signal where hundreds of vehicles are always staying there. So the such location is not good for health, where you will be seeing a lot of pollution, which is not going to help in a good health. So we should see close by, maybe half kilometer, 1 kilometer close to the main is okay. So that you don't see the lot of noises, vehicle noises, pollutions. So you can avoid, and easily you can reach to the prime location, so that you don't need to live always with the polluted area, smoke, in signals, close to the signal. So better not to choose a flat from that specific location. So the next secret is that don't go for a lot of loans. I have seen many customers coming to my office, they try to take 80%. Some customers saying that you add more than market value. For example, if I agree that 80 lakhs is an apartment, for a loan claim, they want to show it to 1 CR, to bank, so that they get 80 lakhs. See, this is something it is not recommended. See, it's technically possible, and bank can help you to get 100% loan also. There are a lot of ways, and I have some guys who can privately move the paper and get that done. But don't get into such traps. I generally recommend you go for a 50% of the loan. 50% you should have some savings, or keeping some other land where, or a plot where another apartment. For example, you may be having a property in Delhi or Mumbai, another plant where you sell it and invest it here. So that is okay. But taking a more than 100% loan, it is a trap. Better try to avoid taking such amount of loan. So, and leverage the downtrend. See, there are some corona or a real estate market down. Try to leverage that and put an investment during that time. See, high demand time where you go and invest it, and interest rate also will be very high. So that you pay more EMIs to the bank, and you will not get that much return on investment. So suggest that you look for some downtrend and low interest rate. That is the time you go for a loan and apply and invest it. Next is understand the stamp duty. When you go for an apartment registration in Bangalore, it varies city to city or state to state. deviation will be there. So here you see in Bangalore, 6.6% is the stamp duty. So if you show your sale deed value 80 lakhs, and you're supposed to pay the stamp duty of 6.6% to the Karnataka government. So that also you should be budgeting when you decide your budget number. So that is also very important. Then if you are an NRI buying a resale property from an NRI, there is a different formalities for that. So you need to create a TAN against their PAN numbers and try to deposit, TDS amount, tax deducted at source, into their TAN account number, so that you don't see any IT, scrutiny on your transactions, because the law says that you should not directly transfer to an NRI account before you register your property. So this is there are certain laws are there that we generally help connect with an auditor, and they'll help you to end-to-end on this process. So you should be careful on such things. And there is a sale agreement when you make with the resale owner, you should be very careful on seeing that exit clause of the sale agreement. See, there are some owners say that, you need to pay some 2 lakhs or 5 lakhs, or some owners saying that they don't return any money, whatever the sale agreement, when you make it, when you exit. If you, after making the sale agreement, if you exit maybe 1 month down the line, the owner will not give you back that money. So you should be careful on seeing these things. Even if you go for a builder where you are booked a flat and it is not yet registered, so they make a tri-party agreement between bank, builder, and you. So there are 3 parties are involved. So in this, there is an exit clause. So if you don't take that particular flat before whatever the date they say, if you don't go for registration, then you will end up paying a penalty. Or if you sell a particular flat to another investor, you found the investor and you want to exit from this agreement, bring the new investor into that particular flat. So you are exiting the builder agreement, which you made an agreement with the builder, you, bank, and the builder. So if you exit from this contract, then there is some penalty involved. So you should be very clear on such terms and understand that, and try to invest in that particular plot. Then utility provisions. So generally big societies, they have this. So you see that water, how is the groundwater? See, is that there are some places I have seen the water is very polluted due to the high polluted area. So in Bangalore, there are some places like Bomanhalli's area are highly polluted area. So there are we should be careful on such locations. And water provisions are there. Is there the borewell they do it, or corporation water it is coming? So we should be very careful on choosing that location, keeping this in mind. Kaveri water is good. So soft water, hard water, if it is a bore, it is a hard water. Then is that society has the power backup, DG is there. We have to set up separately into the apartment. So we should see these things, and piping gas provisions are there. Once we apply GAIL, and we should be able to get the new connections. So, and we pay like water meters, we pay whatever our consumption, we pay that bill to the GAIL. So 8th secret is, if you go for a resale or a new flat, the investor, should be very thoroughly assess the particular flat. Is there any damages or any seepages if it is a resale? If it is a new builder has done that proper finishing of the particular flat. So in case if they see, properly, they don't finish that in kitchen cabinet, you see there will be no grouting, or in a bathroom tiles, there will not be any proper grouting. Like these things, we should be very carefully see that and say you go ahead. And even if you want some consultants, there are some people who assess, including the column of the building, and assess and give the report. So there are some consultants available. who can assess that property and give you the report, whether it is okay or not okay. Try to take some consultant help in case required and before making the final takeover. Builders, they say the handover, you should have go with some certain checklist, make sure that all things are available. And in case any issues, raise a concern and get that done before you do for a registration. Then if you are buying it for a property, buy to let. See, there are some investors, they have already staying in one flat. They want another flat to be investing. Okay, so in such case, they are going for an investment to get the rental income. They have fund with them and they want to go for second investment flat. So that is for mainly they look for a rental purpose. So if you are going for rental purpose, see, sometimes majority of customers, they invest it, but later they can't able to manage day-to-day activities. Suppose tenant calling for some seepage issues. Now they may be sitting in different cities, or they can't send a vendor who can help to the tenant. So the tenant will live with the issues. Then one day they'll say, I am moving out. I cannot, and the payments also, they'll say they'll give some amount, paying that till, some minimum amount. When it crosses some bigger amount, some 5,000, 8,000, they'll say, no, I don't want this flat. I am moving out. So these kind of issues owners will face. So that's why you should look for some reliable property managers near to your location. Try to delegate that work so that your work you can concentrate. So they'll take care of rental delays or collecting the rent, any flat specific like seepage or moving in, moving out, society support, painting, professional cleaning. See, we do, that is what our job. We have all the vendors with us. We call them and they'll come and fix it. Of course, that bill owner will pay, but owner no need to pay such hassles of handling the tenant and property related issues. Suddenly they'll call the main door lock is not closing because that is aged, it has to be replaced. So owner sitting in another city or another area of the location, so it is difficult to handle such things. So generally, we recommend delegate that task so that your day-to-day activities you can concentrate. You don't need to worry about these things. Even they will help if you are trying to invest in another property. Leverage them. Of course, there will be some charge, but it is worth for paying it and get that service done so that you don't need to struggle that on day-to-day basis. Then the exit strategy. See, majority customers I see daily, they'll come and invest for their own purpose and they see only the investment angle. So they don't see how to exit from that particular property. Suppose if I want to sell it, so how easy to sell that particular property? So we should be very careful on that angle also. So that is why I suggest go for a branded. See, for example, Shobha, Purva, or a prestige kind of property, easy to sell. And we can exit whenever you want to cash back, you can easily take back. So I've seen people who are smaller investors and a small property like 10 flat, 15 flat, 20 flats, society, they're struggling to sell it. So this is, if they don't want to, if not able to sell it, it delays their sale process. So they have to live with that problem for long term. So that's why we suggest should be very clear on if you want to exit, how quickly I can exit. So you should not try, long time to sell a particular flat. The 6 months, if you decide next 6 months, you should be able to encash your investment money with the appreciation. So this is the top 10 secrets I like to share with my customers and those who are interested to invest in flats. So these are the critical points need to remember and decide. So any help required and further on this, you can feel free to contact us. We'll help you. We mainly operate on the South Bangalore. So I hope these points will help to decide and choose the right flats for your requirement. Thank you for watching. So this is our vision mission, mainly for NRIs we target, and we help them to do an end-to-end service, right from investing an apartment till they sell it, renting, managing, end-to-end service for NRIs. So this is the book I am writing, and this will be released soon. So I have a lot of experience. Last 10 years I'm doing it. So I like to share that with the customers and the people who need of this information. This is mainly targeting on the remote strategies, those who are away from their native place and try to invest it here. For example, a guy may be in Australia, so they want to invest in India. So how to invest? What are all the process? How to manage after investing it? How to sell it? Sitting in a different cities, different countries. So that is the main idea I am focusing here. This will be released soon. I'll inform when it get released in our social media. Please follow our social media. This will help to understand the total investment ideas. So thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.